The person police believe killed a mother and daughter in Madison County is now in jail this morning. Coming up at 8, more on who's being held for the murder. Plus, we're remembering the life of Anthony Bourdain. We have more on the legacy of the chef, foodie, and world traveler. 16 WAPT News starts right now.
The one to watch. This is 16 WAPT News, live at 8.
This is a live look in South Jackson with the sun up, and it is nice and bright outside, 8 a.m. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Earl. We have those top stories coming up in just a moment, but Adam McWilliams joins us now with your weather first. Good morning.
Hi.
A Madison County man is in jail this morning. Investigators arrested Walter Simpson, the husband of a woman found dead alongside her daughter. Simpson is charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder, 1 count of arson, and 1 count of possession of a deadly weapon by a convicted felon. Simpson is the husband of 45-year-old Philonda Simpson and the stepfather of 21-year-old Devonda Washington. The 2 women were found inside their home Tuesday in a pool of blood. Simpson is being held without bond. Jackson police are looking for a bank robber. Police say this is the man who robbed the Trustmark Bank on Terry Road in South Jackson. Police say he was last seen running west on Level Woods Drive. The robbery happened around yesterday afternoon. Detectives said the suspect came into the bank, demanded money, got the cash, and left. The suspect's cat was spotted by an officer at an abandoned house across the street from the bank. It appears the bank has private security. It's unclear, though, what the security guard was doing at the time of the robbery. A man shot at a car detail shop is in a hospital this morning. It happened before noon Friday on State Street. Police say the 36-year-old and another man were fighting before the shooting. JPD has a suspect in custody. Police call the shooting senseless. The victim is listed in critical condition. Anthony Bourdain, best known for his TV shows about foods and cultures from around the world, has died in an apparent suicide. The award-winning chef was found dead in a hotel room in France. ABC's Linda Lopez has the latest. Sales of Bourdain's books are soaring on Amazon, up 700,000%. His editor says he was working on a new, more personal book he was expected to finish this summer. Bourdain's show on CNN, Parts Unknown, took him to places all over the world, including right here in Mississippi. Bourdain's show highlighted several restaurants in the Delta, plus Big Apple Inn on Ferris Street in Jackson. That's where Bourdain tried their famous pig ear sandwich. The episode also featured a discussion about the history of Mississippi. The owner of Big Apple Inn says it wasn't all business and food. Bourdain really took interest in getting to know the person he was interviewing. Bourdain also visited Soul Wired Cafe on Millsaps Avenue. He stopped in Oxford, where he toured William Faulkner's home. He also ate at Doe's Eat Place in Greenville and the Senator's Place in Cleveland. A National Geographic explorer who looked up to Bourdain spoke at Jackson State. Barrington Irving is in the Guinness Book of World Records. He's the youngest person to fly around the world, also the only African American to do so. Barrington called Bourdain a mentor. Along with Irving's presentation, students got to experience drones, 3D printing, and coding. This is the second time this week a high-profile celebrity has died by suicide. The death of Bourdain just days after designer Kate Spade took her own life has Americans talking about suicide now. Aisha Diaz is in Washington with more. If you find yourself in need of help or know someone struggling, call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-8255. All right, the time is 8:08, and Adam joins us now with another check of our Saturday forecast. It was a golden night for Golden State. Coming up, how the NBA champion Warriors were able to go back-to-back. But first, we take a live look here from County Line Road and I-55 using our Hilton County Line Skycam. Traffic moving smoothly along the highway where it is 8:09. More news and weather coming up as you're watching 16 WAPT News, the one to watch. Steph Curry celebrating his Warriors championship in his own way, but when you're an NBA champion, you can do whatever you want. The Warriors hanging out with ABC's TJ Holmes after going back-to-back. That was TJ Holmes reporting. We'll have more highlights from the game coming up in our morning blitz.
Stay cool because it's going to be hot. Most of us will stay dry this weekend.
But during the week, we're going to cool off, but we got to trade it off for some rain, huh?
Right. You know, we do need a little bit of rain. We're a little bit below average for this for June in our area.
All right. Thanks a lot, Adam.
No problem.
The Dragon Boat Regatta returns to the reservoir today. This 2,000-year-old tradition features teams of 20 paddling a 40-foot boat. This is the 10th year the Madison County Chamber of Commerce has brought dragon boating to Madison County. The event takes place on the res at Old Trace Park. Races begin in just a few minutes at 8:30. A successful food truck Friday in downtown Jackson. Yesterday's event was called the Dog Days of Summer. They invited everyone to bring their pets to Smith Park. The pet shop located in Fondren was on hand for some giveaways. We caught up with one downtown employee who says she's been hooked ever since her very first visit. Food Truck Friday is presented by the Greater Jackson Arts Council, Visit Jackson, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Tom and Janet Scott, and First Commercial Bank. Sounds from the 90s filled the air in Brandon. Brandon Amphitheater was going down last night. Wow, this is heat with musical groups from the 90s. I Love the 90s kicked off last night as concert goers enjoyed songs from Rob Bass, Coolio, Young MC, and Salt and Pepper. The next concert at the amphitheater is June 16th, featuring Chris Stapleton. A special gathering to remember civil rights activist Medgar Evers. The Medgar and Merle Evers Institute is hosting a National Youth Leadership Summit. 16 WAPT's Ross Adams has more on this inaugural event. That was 16 WAPT's Ross Adams reporting. History is on the line at the 150th running of the Belmont Stakes. 3-year-old Justify was seen working out just yesterday as today he attempts to win the Triple Crown. The undefeated horse has already won the first 2 legs of the Triple Crown. That will be the Kentucky Derby and the Preakness. If he pulls it off, Justify will join an exclusive group of just 13 horses. His trainer says he's ready. A New Jersey man is $315 million richer.
I like the number.
I bet you do. The 56-year-old New Jersey man said when he asked the retailer to check his ticket, he became alarmed by her reaction. He says he was scared to see the numbers. The new millionaire said he had a feeling one day, though, he was going to win. Take care of your family, take care of yourself, then take care of Earl Arms and Adam, too, if you want. After taxes, Suami receives $183 million. Still not bad. The jackpot is the 3rd largest in the state's history. Lemonade stands are a rite of passage for many kids, but one kid's enterprise apparently wasn't welcome in their neighborhood. The mom and her son set up a lemonade stand to raise money for charity, but just a half hour in, they had to close shop. Turns out someone nearby actually called the police on them. Apparently, now police officers made them shut down the stand immediately because they did not have permits. Wow, tough pill to swallow right there.
Come on.
Yeah, Adam,
it's little kids.
You're not happy about that at all.
No, come on. I mean,
yeah, it's tough. I guess they say you need a permit, but you know, you're talking about little kids here, so you don't see the harm in it. But
I mean, not really, you know. Yeah. But you know, if you want to, I guess, have some lemonade, you know, don't get it from a stand. You might get shut down today.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, certainly a hot enough day for it if you want to grab a drink of it or something. I guess, you know, make sure the store has a permit or whatever.
I guess so. Yeah, you know, temperatures.